Every lambda function has to finish within a certain amount of time. Otherwise, we'll see a timeout error. It will stop the execution of the lambda function. The lambda service will terminate the lambda. You see this get remaining time in milliseconds function that tells us how much time exactly is left out in milliseconds for the lambda to finish. If you execute this again, let's run it locally. See the output. See this 2767? That is the amount of time that is left in milliseconds for our lambda function to finish. The default timeout value is 3 seconds. So if our lambda doesn't finish in 3 seconds, it will be terminated. To prove that, use a thread.sleep right at the beginning and push it to say 4 seconds, 4000 milliseconds. Control 1 throws the interrupted exception, save it. Now go back, do a build, and invoke it locally. And wait for 4 seconds because we have a thread.sleep for 4 seconds. It says, function hello world timed out after 3 seconds. So 3 seconds is the time within which your lambda function should finish execution. You can always change that value by going to the template.aml. Go to the function, under the function properties, define a timeout property, T capital, timeout, space after the colon. Here you mention the timeout in seconds, so don't be confused. I'm raising it to 6 seconds. Save it. It's not milliseconds here, it is 6 seconds. Go back, do a quick build. And run it. Wait for 4 seconds. And it should finish successfully this time. You see the output at the end of it, and still we have 1762 seconds left. That is because of this timeout we have mentioned. 6 seconds is the timeout. And here we are sleeping for 4 seconds, but still we have 1.5 minutes or more than that left, 1.5 seconds or more than that left. So that is how the timeout works. But the maximum timeout can be, let's go to Google, search for AWS Lambda max timeout, because this value keeps changing. AWS keeps giving us more timeout so that our Lambda functions can execute for a long time and they can charge us. Initially, it was 5 minutes as you can see here, but right now they support up to 15 minutes. So 15 minutes is what you can specify here in seconds, of course. You will say 15 into 60 seconds here if you want the maximum timeout to be supported. Earlier it was 5 minutes, but they have raised it to 15 and they might support more in the future. But most of the Lambda functions finish quickly. If you have a huge data processing job or something which takes a long time, then you will have to configure this 15 minutes as the maximum timeout value.